I got a cat.
Whatever you need.
Have you heard of Sorry Baby? If you've been to Sundance this year, then you probably know this was this year's show stealer. But if you're like me, and you didn't go to Sundance, and have never heard of this before, then you, my friend, are a victim of bad marketing. This scored an 88 on Metacritic, so obviously critics really love this movie, and it makes it even more confusing why A24 decided this wasn't worth their time to give it a bit of a push, or an awards push at that matter, because I 100% believe this could have and would have deserved a screenplay nomination on the Oscars. So yeah, last week I saw Sorry Baby, and yeah, this is it. Sorry Baby is a movie about a grad student and something bad happens to her. Yeah, that's really all I can say. What I can say is that this movie is brilliant. In many ways, the subject of this movie is usually treated with a lot of seriousness and narrative, but Sorry Baby has such a unique approach to it. It decided to explore it through like comedy, which I didn't even know was possible with this subject matter, but it works. Like they make it work. What we end up with is this very honest portrayal of what it's like having this bad thing happen to you, how this experience somehow still lingers even after years of it happening, the paradox of how the world sees and reacts towards this subject matter. This movie was written and directed by Eva Victor, who also plays the lead in this, and she's absolutely amazing. Firstly, writing-wise, she's absolutely brilliant. A lot of the scenes really surprised me at like how they took a very different approach from what I was expecting, with the use of the comedy being one of the things that surprised me the most. This movie is actually like laugh out loud funny. It reminded me a bit of Fleabag actually, with the kind of comedy it is and where the scenes just felt like the very best versions of themselves. And every line of dialogue is just perfect. Like there's a bunch of scenes that are just cemented in my brain as probably my favorite I've seen this year. And Eva Victor gives an amazing performance as well, very compelling with her raw honesty. It's definitely my favorite performance of this year so far. Naomi Haki, who plays Eva Victor's best friend, is very good in this too. The first 15 minutes of this movie are quite literally the Naomi Haki show. She's so alluring and funny, and natural at being alluring and funny. It's the kind of performance that makes me think the actor is the character that they're playing. And Naomi Haki and Eva Victor together have this really beautiful chemistry. Some of the scenes between Eva Victor and Naomi Haki were so natural to me that it felt like the two actors were actually having like a conversation, like they were friends, and the camera just happened to be rolling and they put in the movie. Also, shout out to Kelly McCormack, I don't know how to pronounce that name, who plays her character really well. She was perfectly casted for this. She plays this sort of like stern, self-obsessed person, and she just delivered her lines like just perfectly. She probably had like the funniest lines in the whole movie. Luca Hedges is also in this and had some very heartfelt scenes from his part. I thought he brought something very tender to the movie. I really liked the editing and how it jumps from past to present. The cinematography was very well polished and the soundtrack was really nice. It's nothing groundbreaking, but just made the movie feel like a breath of fresh air. This movie is simple, and I mean this in the most complimentary way. This movie centers really around one event, shot in minimum locations, and I think in some way the simplicity of this movie made me feel like how normal this thing that happened is. Like, it's not exactly super common, but it can happen to anyone and anywhere when you least expect it. Like, the movie doesn't need to talk about this subject matter so dramatically because we know how we feel about it. We just don't necessarily know how it feels to be in it. And I think that's what the movie is. Anyways, we need to talk more about this movie. This movie is absolutely amazing and it's my favorite so far this year. I'm giving this movie an 88. And if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions.